Hey YouTube, welcome to the Off-Grid Mountain Homestead. So as many of you know, I'm getting into bees this year, getting all my components together before the bees arrive. So been doing some research on beekeeping supplies and stuff I need to get started, reading reviews and looking through message boards, stuff like that, seeing what kind of components are best. So I settled on this Maybee starter kit. So I'm going to unbox it and we're going to look at the components and go over them. Alright, I have all the components laid out on the table so we can go over them. For reference, this kit was $49. Got my handy point stick. I'm going to go over all the components and show you why I bought this kit. So anyhow, we'll go over the components first. And the main thing I was after was the smoker. We have a stainless smoker. We have 2 packs of smoking pellets. I have a J tool, an L tool, a frame grabber, a bottom board shovel and cleaner, a bee brush, a multi-tool uncapping tool for the honey supers. It's got a scraper and a uncapping fork on it. Just a standard uncapping fork to check brood or honey. We have an uncapping knife, 2 queen cages, a wire embedder wheel. We have a queen marking cage. We have 2 small hive beetle traps that you put in the frames of the hive. We have a entrance feeder, a pair of leather and canvas gloves, a frame holder that holds your frames and foundations off the side of your hive for inspection. So that's all the components. Let's break it down into the value. Just a smoker by itself with nothing else retails on Amazon for anywhere from $20 to $25. So there's basically half the price of the kit just in the smoker. Alright, and the J tool and L tool, they usually sell between $10 and $12 on Amazon. And then the frame grabber is usually $10. So we're very close to the price of the kit just in these few components right here. Now if you include the frame rack holder, hive rack holder right here on the side, which retails for $10 on Amazon, the whole kit is paid for just in this area right here. So everything else on the table is a bonus. Alright, so to help me with demonstrating some of these components, I've got my $50 Craigslist score for the week. 10 frame Langstroth hive for $50 off Craigslist. So if you're looking for hives, be sure to check Craigslist. So I'm going to use this to help display some of these items. So I've got the small hive beetle traps inserted in the frames. That's how you would use them if you got hive beetles. For those that are unaware, you put a mineral oil or vegetable oil in here, and if you have an attractant, you can put an attractant in that oil. And if you've got hive beetles, they'll crawl in there and get trapped. So we'll go over the frame grabber and frame rack holder next. So take the holder, put it on the outside of your hive like such, and then take your frame grabbers, which are nice quality stainless steel spring loaded hardwood handles. So you can grab the frames for inspection. You can look at them, hold them. Don't get your gloves dirty doing it that way. And you can set them off to the side on this rack holder here. So if you want to change out frames or whatever you're doing, you got that option as well. Alright, I have the J tool and the L tool now. Gonna look at them. Very nice quality steel. The J tool is really sharp on the end, so you can get into the hive, pry it open, whatever you need to do. The J tool appears to be nice quality, and yeah, fits right there between to be able to lift the frames out. No problems with that. But the only thing I'm going to change on the J tool, so I have to carry both to the hives. If you can see the angle on the ends sharp, how they're sharpened. The L tool is a lot sharper, a lot steeper of an angle, and the J tool is kind of more flat and blunt, and I'm going to prefer a sharper angle in there so you can get in between the hive bodies better if they're tied or glued down, as it doesn't insert very deep compared to, say, how the L tool goes in further for more leverage. So I'm just going to sharpen that up to match that so I can get in there a little better to lift if need be. But yeah, appears to be high quality. Even got nail pullers and stuff in them, so yeah, I like those a lot. I'm not going to go over all the uncapping tools today, but suffice it to say, it's stainless. The uncapping knife's real sharp, appears to be nice quality. Don't see any issues with that. No problems with the uncapping multi-tool scraper either. Nice hardwood handle, everything looks good on it. And then the uncapping fork, I don't see any issues with it either. So yeah, I give my stamp of approval on those, at least initially. We'll have to see how they hold up over time, but initial inspection, yeah, pretty good. and I don't see any issues with any of the plastic components, the queen cages or the entrance feeder or the marking cage. Nothing, nothing stands out there. Just generic run-of-the-mill plastic stuff. Nothing to complain about there either. Now let's go over the part that I really don't like in this kit is these gloves. I mean, yeah, they're okay. They're leather with a canvas upper, but you can just tell these are of low quality, and you don't have a size selection when you order, so you get whatever size they decide to throw in the box. I don't like that. And you can see, and if you see right here, some of this stitching, they kind of stitching's kind of real sloppy on the ends. You can feel the stitching on the inside of the glove, and like they missed a few spots here and there. So these are not going to hold up very well, but that's okay. I didn't buy the kit for the gloves. I've got a nice pair of gloves on the way, waiting on them to come in delivery wise. But these might be good for a set of spares, but I just don't see these holding up very well. So I do not like the gloves that are included with the kit whatsoever. These are just a spare, I guess. And I've beta tested the smoker with these pellets. I don't care much for these pellets either, but for today's test sample, we're going to sample with these smoking pellets. You can do a lot better with pine needles or grasses, straw, cardboard, but since this come in the kit, I'm going to make smoke with the smoker in a minute, and the smoker was the main thing I was after anyhow. So I'm going to get some of these lit and put in the smoker and check out the smoker. Quick overview of the smoker before we actually light it off. Stainless smoker. It's got a heat guard on it. Nice set of leather bellows on it. And for those of you who are unaware, when you squeeze the bellows, the air comes out of the bellows there into this opening, and it's got a little standoff table in there, so the air goes up under your fuel. So if you'll bring the camera in, Mrs. Off Grid, and zoom in down here inside the smoker, it's got a stainless fuel tray standoff. It's got little legs, so you put it down in the bottom, and that's where your fuel sits. So I'll get some pellets started and see how she smokes. And for reference, these will not light with that paper wrapped around them. I do not like these pellets. I mean, you can see they're supposed to smolder, but you figured it'd catch a little better than that. I got 2 pellets in there now. I'll probably end up using 4 just to get some smoke developed. So you'd burn through one of these packages really quickly if you're using this every day. I've already beta tested the smoker in between filming here with 2 pellets. It don't make that much smoke, and they're difficult to light. And they're supposed to smolder, but you figure they'd light a little easier than they do. If you try to light it on the paper, really don't do nothing. So what I found is just tear them open a little bit and get that edge. And this stuff stinks. Oh, it stinks. I don't know what it is in there. Some kind of cellulose based stuff, but it's stinky. But we'll do a comparison in a minute between these pellets and I'll see, just drop one. Do these pellets and some hay or some pine needles, which is what I would prefer, would be hay or pine needles. But since they're in the kit, we'll try them out. I got 4 pellets in there smoldering, trying to get some smoke built up out of them. So they don't want a lot. I guess they burn for a long time. They don't produce a lot of smoke for what it is. We'll give it a test for just a second. Let me get it caught real good. All right, there's 4 pellets in there. They're all lit. I could break them up a little bit more than what they are, but then it would burn up real quick, which I think defeats the purpose on that. But it makes some smoke. Not as much as I would like. I mean, yeah, the pellets work, but coin toss, you could take them or leave them. Let's try something a little better now. A good use for waste rabbit straw or rabbit hay. I'm gonna light this up and see what kind of smoke it makes. We want a cool, white, dense smoke. Straw, pine needles, cardboard fit the bill, so we're gonna try this rabbit straw. Getting her lit now. Oh yeah, big difference. So yeah, use straw or pine needles or whatever you got. Oh yeah, look at that. not even lit good yet. Look at the smoke. She's chooching. That's what we want right there, ladies and gentlemen. I like that a lot. So we're just demonstrating today. There ain't no bees in there, but yeah, I think that, yeah, that's pretty good there. I like it. I like it a lot. That is dense. Smoke still coming out of the hive from a minute ago. That ought to disrupt them pheromones. Smoke it out. No stings now. So still smoking. I had to put that out, but anyhow, that's the basic rundown of this kit. You know, like everything in it, really like everything with the exception of the gloves and the smoker pellets. Everything else seems to be good. I think it'll suit beginning beekeepers well. Just don't expect much out of the gloves or smoker pellets. Make your own smoke fuel, but yeah, I like it. So I'll put a link in the description too if you want to look up this kit. I think it is a good value for the money. And hope you liked today's video. If you don't mind, hit that like button. Questions or anything, please put it in the comment section. And if you're not subscribed, I'd greatly appreciate a subscription from you. So thank you for watching the Off Grid Mountain Homestead. Y'all have a nice day.